We lost that round because you didn't keep on the attack.
I'm sure he's been eating garlic.
God, he's like a tank. Well, if he's a tank, you're the bazooka. You keep firing punches at him. Remember, he's tiring.
Oh, really? Well, so am I.
Yeah, no, you're not. Now, you've got hidden reserves.
Well, where did I hide them?
You must keep on the attack. Don't give him time to think.
Anyone would imagine I'm losing. I'm winning, you know.
You're not in London. We're in Paris. If there's a split decision, he'll keep the title.
Yes, and we don't want to give away any more rounds.
Win what's left, the European title's ours.
Oh, it's really funny. Have you noticed? We always win, I always lose.
Go on, son.
Don't let him off the hook! You've got him! Finish him off! Left feet, keep using your left! Why'd you let him go?
Give him the crown, eh? The fight could have been over.
It's my knuckle. My knuckle is gone again.
Well, you can't use your left.
No.
What are we going to do? Throw in the towel?
No.
No. Yeah, but it's painful.
Oh, well, jab. Just jab and faint me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, but whatever you do, don't aggravate the injury.
I can't make it any worse.
You forget the fighting and just box. We can still do it. We're still ahead. We can still win. If he gets overconfident, hit him with that right. It's floored better men than him.
Yes, don't worry, Pete, lad. We're going to win.
Yeah. We're going to win, Pete.
Bloody diabolical luck.
I don't know what was more painful, the injury or the needle going in. Oh, hey, where do French doctors do their training, Dave? The Foreign Legion?
You couldn't have felt that tiny little needle.
I know. Oh, it's so embarrassing, a grown man fainting at the sight of a needle. It's been a diabolical night all round.
Well, yeah. Well, at least you weren't knocked out.
We won that fight, Mr. Sprague.
No. It was a fair decision, okay? We would have won it, though, if it hadn't have been for this.
Wow. Not the end of the world, Pete. Huh?
My boxing career is over.
Yeah. If you thought that, you'd be feeling suicidal.
No, that's you. You'd be feeling suicidal. Why aren't you?
Just because you're in a self-pitying mood, there's no need to be rude to Mr. Sprague.
He wasn't being rude.
Yes, he was, Mr. Sprague. What he meant was you be feeling suicidal because of the sudden loss of earnings.
No.
Oh, yeah?
No. He meant that I'd be feeling suicidal out of sympathy for him. Hopes dashed, dreams shattered. Isn't that what you
That's
meant?
exactly what I meant.
Yeah, that's not what you meant at all.
Don't you tell me what I meant.
Well, it's no good getting on to me. I didn't lose the fight.
Neither did I. My knuckle did.
Yes. Well, you should have won all the earlier rounds.
Dave, you don't kick a man when he's down.
I wasn't, Mr. Sprague.
No, you're just gently trampling on him.
Here.
What's up? Can't you take criticism anymore, then?
I'll have enough of that when I read my press notices tomorrow. Oh, I can see it now. I was ashamed to be English. The night we surrendered to the French. Forget boxing, Dodds. Take up knitting.
You think of the headlines when you win the return fight.
What return fight? Have you forgotten?
Should it heal, Pete?
Yeah. I'm going to take a shower.
Yeah, I'll better make sure that car's still waiting for us.
He says I'm finished.
Who, Pete?
A specialist.
Yeah.
Said I'll never fight again.
Well, you knew that.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't?
Yes. In Paris, I mean, after the fight.
Could I have known then?
Well, it's what you said.
But I didn't mean it.
Then what'd you say it for?
I was being a wounded hero. You know, being Biggles. Do you realise what this means? Huh? Do you?
Yeah. You finished.
It's the end of everything.
Well, didn't the specialist give you any hope at all?
No. And he didn't pull his punches either. There was no I'm sorry or don't be too upset. It was, well, Dodds, I've got news for you. He said, your career as a pugilist is over.
Then what did you say?
Didn't. I cried.
What, in front of him?
I went to Regent's Park and I sat down in a deck chair. And then I cried. There was a little girl. She couldn't have been more than 4. She came over and took my hand and saw I was crying, and she started crying. And then her mother came storming over and ticked me off for making her little Samantha cry. And then she saw I was crying and went off muttering about part weirdos. I feel like crying now.
Yeah, well, you go ahead and cry, Pete.
You start crying, lad, and I walk out. I can't stand men crying.
Why not?
Well, it's sissy, Mr. Sprague.
Well, I cried when Pete became British champion.
Oh, well, that's different. That's just the emotion of the moment.
What's now being told you now on the scrap heap?
But you already knew that.
No, I didn't.
Well, then you should have done. I mean, it's bound to happen sometime. Nobody goes on forever.
Dave, what Pete needs at this moment is a little sympathy.
That's the last thing he needs, Mr. Sprague.
Look, this is my gym, and I say he needs sympathy.
Oh, if you're going to take it like that, you might be right.
This is beyond sympathy. This is tragedy.
Well, how can it be tragedy, Pete?
But it's hardly comedy, is it?
Well, you're not dead.
No, my career is. Do you find that funny?
No, I don't.
Well, then.
Although I can think of some people who'll find you a hoot.
Who?
Well, Billy. Billy's manager, Harry. Well, with you out the way, Billy can get a crack at the British title.
Oh, but Billy's having problems with Harry, Mr. Sprague.
Really?
He's not happy with him.
Did he say that?
He asked my advice about it.
Oh. What did you tell him?
I said he'd be much happier with you.
Well, except I've got Pete.
Well, not anymore.
My God. You two can't wait to get rid of me, can you?
You know my advice to you.
Yeah, get lost.
No, go away from
What
me.
do you mean, like, forever?
Now, have a good long holiday, get nice and relaxed, come back, sit down, and we'll discuss your future. Because right now, you're in no fit state to be objective. You can't be. I mean, you've taken such a pummeling. All hurt and bruised. I mean, whatever we say is going to be wrong.
Well, that's perhaps because I know you're not going to help me.
But we can't help you.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't, Mr. Sprague. I mean, the only person who can help him is himself. Only when he's done that, then we can help him.
But I won't need your help then, will I?
But you shouldn't need it anyway.
You know what, Dave? You ought to start up an advisory service. Right next door to an undertaker's, then your clients won't have to travel so far.
Where are you going?
Not wanted here, am I?
Of course you're
No,
wanted.
I'm in the way. It's all right, I understand. I understand your point of view. I'm not complaining. I'm no longer a marketable proposition. So, thanks for the memory, Mr. What was the name again?
Go abroad for your holiday, Pete.
Do you hear that? He doesn't even want me in the country.
Not in your present mood, no.
How funny it all is. That's why I think I'll go to the top of the GPO tower and I'll drop off.
I think you'll find it's closed, Pete.
Most likely. Just how my luck is going at the moment. What the bloody hell is that doing there? God. Do it. Oh.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, Pete.
I know. Couldn't you sleep either?
No. Perhaps it's because I thought the Third World War had started. And when I saw the state of the kitchen, I knew it had.
I was making myself a bacon sandwich.
Well, don't. It always takes me about 3 days to clear up after you.
Look, I'm worried, right? And when I'm worried, I feel peckish.
You should have told me you were hungry.
I didn't want to wake you up.
Oh. I was already awake, what with your tossing and turning. It's like being in a lifeboat.
Look, I couldn't get comfortable.
And then, why did you turn on all the bedroom lights?
I couldn't see to find me socks.
Pete, this has been going on now for over a week. I can't take much more of it. I'm beginning to hate you.
All right, yes, I know, I understand. I'm useless, I'm worthless.
Oh, if I wasn't too tired, I'd walk out.
I don't blame you. I mean, there's no future here with me, you know.
It's not that, Pete. It's just that I need 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Let me have that, and I promise I'll be yours forever.
Ah, that's the conscious part of you talking. It's not the unconscious, Hayes. Do you know what your unconscious is thinking, eh?
Let me become unconscious, and I'll be only too pleased to tell you what it's thinking.
It's thinking this. It's thinking Pete, right, Hayes? Listen. It's thinking Pete is a loser. And you know what? It's right. Yeah, I'm a failure. Okay, I'm British middleweight champion. You know, but not for long, Hayes. Not for long. Soon it'll be back to where I came from. A little place called Oblivion. Isn't it funny how at 3 o'clock in the morning you suddenly learn the true facts about yourself? You see your soul really clearly. And you look at your soul and you say, yeah. Hazel.
Yeah.
Listen. I'm going for a very long walk now. And the chances are I shan't be coming back.
Thank you.
Hazel! Hazel, wake up! Wake up, me darling, I've got some wonderful news. Listen, Hazel, wait, please.
Yeah.
Please, Hazel, come on.
What time is it?
It's 6 o'clock.
PM?
AM.
Oh.
I got as far as Southgate, and I suddenly thought, you're not a failure. How can you be a failure, Hazel?
Yeah.
You know, I got to the top once, and I can do it again, you know, Hazel, listen. And then I had this really fantastic idea, Hazel, listen. Really fantastic idea. I know how I can stay in the fight game, Hayes, please. Go back to sleep now.
Oh, great. I can't now, can I? I'm fully awake now, aren't I?
I'm sorry, Billy. I can't go behind Harry's back. It's just not done. Well, look, I don't care, son. He'll have to give his permission first. Yeah, bye.
Morning, lads! Hey! Morning, Dave! What are you doing here?
I've seen the light.
What, you haven't gone religious, have you?
God bless you, my son. God bless you.
Hello, Pete. How are you?
Oh, Mr. Sprake, I just can't put it into words.
His eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord, Mr. Sprague.
Except Dave can, because of course he is the gymnasium's resident poet.
He says he's gone religious.
Well, nothing wrong with that, Dave. It's good insurance.
I haven't gone religious.
You said you'd seen the light.
Regarding this life, not the next. Mr. Sprake,
Yeah.
I know how I can stay in boxing.
How?
By investing.
Promoting?
Partnering.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Sprake. It's the perfect solution.
I've always worked on my own.
And haven't you always said what a heavy burden it all is?
Yes, that sounds like me.
Well, here's your chance to share the burden.
No, Pete. No, not really.
Only because I've caught you on the hop. Now, you think about it.
Oh, I will. I'll give it a lot of thought.
Yeah, you'll be thanking me.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
Well, when will you let me know your decision then?
Well now,
When?
Let me see. What's the date today?
Perfect.
What is?
Later today, I'll be at Totteridge. Ring me.
But I don't want a partner.
Well, then you should have told him, Mr. Sprague.
Well, I couldn't. He was looking so happy.
Well, you're going to have to tell him later on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, why am I always put in these impossible situations?
Because you're a big soft Nelly. And I would have told him that would have been the end of it.
What? And you wouldn't be feeling guilty?
Guilty, why?
You've got the right attitude, Dave. You will die in your own bed. You will. You're a very lucky man.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sprague. You've just summed up the whole of my life on Earth. When my lucky break comes, I'm not even going to be allowed to know about it.
No. Mr. Sprake is with a senior partner, Billy, yeah. Well, certainly for a couple of months, you know, until I've learnt the ropes. Yeah. Look, Billy, I've rung you because I hear you're not very happy with Harry. Well, okay, well, let's discuss it. You talk to Harry, and let's talk about us managing you. Yeah. All right, look, I'll have to go. I've got a very important press conference on. It's a pleasure, my boy.
Didn't you hear the doorbell?
No, I would have answered it.
You know what, Mr. Sprague? I was almost asleep then.
Well, you shouldn't want to sleep at this hour of the day, Hazel. Perhaps you're sickening for something.
Sleep.
But it's not normal, Hazel.
It's not normal to be woken up every 10 minutes to hear the latest developments of an ex-boxer's career.
Oh, I promise not to do it again. It's just that I'm so full of the joys of spring, my little Hazel.
Oh, that's when to wake me up.
When?
Spring. 1986. I suppose you two want a cup of tea?
Oh, I'll make it.
No, Pete, please. My nerves could not take any more bombing.
Right.
Bombing? Now, that girl really ought to see a doctor, Mrs. Spray.
It was an in-joke, David. Hey, why are you here?
Moral support.
Oh. You didn't have to make a special journey, Tom.
Yeah. What's all this Tom business?
Oh, well, we're to be partners, aren't we, Tom? That is, if I'm reading you correctly. And you are here to shake me by the hand, partner.
Now, tell the lad, Mrs. Spray, get it over with.
Dave, I'm not the lad anymore.
Well, what are you then?
To you, Mr. Dodds.
Mr. Dodds?
I stepped in the gym and I'd like to be called Sir.
Tell him, Mr. Spray.
Yes, don't keep me in suspense, Tom. Is my cup going to filleth over? Or are you going to drop it and make me watch it smash into little pieces? Well...
Well, the truth is, Pete...
Yeah, it's not going to hurt, is it?
But if it does, you can always faint.
Because, quite frankly, Tom, I don't think I can take any more bad news.
Oh, well, the truth is...
Yeah, what?
I haven't quite made up my mind
Of
yet.
course you have, Mrs.
He
Spray.
said he hasn't.
He has, and he doesn't want a partner. And you knew that the moment I said I was here as moral support. That's why you're making it impossible for poor Mr. Sprague to say what he came here to say. Don't think I don't know you.
Have you finished, Dave?
Hmm?
I mean, I'm not interrupting, am I? I mean, I can always come back tomorrow.
Oh, you only said what you came to say,
Yeah,
Mr. Sprague.
well, I've been thinking. I mean, when you start talking, there's nothing else to do. Pete, well, perhaps Pete is right. Perhaps it'd be better sharing the
I
responsibility.
knew you'd agree to the arrangement, Mr. Sprague.
I only said perhaps.
That's only one step away from being certain. Now, before we go too far, how much is it going to cost me? And before you say anything, no, it's too much. Hey?
What we'll do is have a trial run, say 3
Days?
Months?
weeks. See how it goes.
Yeah.
If it's successful, then we'll talk about the financial side.
Very fair.
Now, how does that
That's
sound?
very fair,
All
Tom,
right,
very
then
fair.
we'll start, make a start next
Well, except I've already made a start.
Doing what?
I think I've got us one new client.
Who?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. How's the tea, Tom? All right?
Very nice, very nice. It's got a very subtle flavour, hasn't it? I've never had tea without tea before.
Hazel. This'll all have to change, Dave.
What will?
All this routine.
No, it's necessary.
Yeah, we'll have to get something different. Something that's not so boring.
What training has to be boring?
No, it does not. Hey, I think the ring's the only place for it.
For what?
The trampoline.
You're not putting a trampoline in my ring.
Yeah, it'll have to go here.
What do you mean you've already got it?
Yeah, delivery on Thursday.
Oh, I would soon see about that. Woo-hoo.
Many lads.
Look, I don't want it. Well, you're wrong. He's not my partner yet, and I want the order cancelled.
What about this delivery on Thursday, then?
What do you mean I've committed myself? You just show me my signature. And the same to you, mate. What are you trying to do, Pete? Ruin me?
He wanted to put it in the ring, Mr. Sprague.
In the ring? How could it go in the ring?
Quite easily, Tom, and when it wasn't being used, it could have gone up against the wall.
What are we talking about?
The trampoline.
What trampoline?
Trampoline I ordered.
Cancel it.
What? Well, what did you cancel?
The sauna. He wanted to have us install a sauna.
Tom, I happen to think a sauna is very essential.
Why? Did you have a sauna before you became champion? Did Henry Cooper? Did Tommy Farr? Did Benny Lynch?
If we're going that far back, neither did David against Goliath.
Yes, Doreen. What interior designer?
Oh.
You tell him I'm not interested, and the one who was doesn't sign checks. Wait, have you gone mad?
Tom, the paintwork out there, it's depressing. It's demoralising.
Anything else, Pete?
I suggest, in the case of any emotional problems, we take up the full-time services of a psychotherapist.
Oh, I think we've achieved a breakthrough, Dave. Notice it was only a suggestion that time.
Tom, if you're going to shoot me down every time I open my mouth, what's the point in my being here, eh?
Please let me answer that, Mr. Sprague.
Look, you're trying to walk before you can crawl, Pete. I mean, you're here to learn, remember?
And I'm bubbling over with ideas, especially where training is concerned.
Training?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the lads now. Tell them about my ideas. They'll be over the moon.
Hey, I'm the trainer here.
Let him go, Dave. Let's have a little peace.
Well, Mr. Sprake, he hasn't got the temperament to be a trainer, never mind a manager.
He's trying to prove himself. He's being the new broom. He'll settle down.
Except he's not a broom, he's more like a bulldozer.
Yes. Sometimes a bulldozer is necessary to clear the path.
Yeah, but he's not just clearing the path, he's demolishing everything in sight. And when he's done that, he'd dig a dirty great hole and we'll all fall in.
No, it won't come to that. I know how to handle Pete. Always with kid gloves. Yes, Dory. Yeah, we'll put him on, yeah. Hello, Harry. How's it going? Nice to hear from you. How's it going? Why are you bloody angry, Harry? No, I haven't nobbled Billy. No, look, I told him not without your permission, Harry. Pete, he's got nothing to do with Harry. No, listen, look, if you'll just listen. Will you please listen?
Would you please listen, lads? Look, and let me finish. Pete, it's ridiculous. I haven't even started yet. Now, look, I'm your old mate. Now, come on.
No way.
Dave, look, I haven't... Give me a chance. Look, Dave, forget anybody. All I'm trying to say is, look, just would someone please just tell me what's wrong with it? Tell me. Fine, okay.
How did it go down then?
What?
The training programme.
Fine.
The lads like it, did
They
they?
loved it,
Is that why they walked off in a huff?
It's not easy being management. I mean, people take things really personally. I didn't want to upset them. That's the last thing I
Well,
wanted.
you can't have it both ways. You've either got to be one of the lads or management. You've got to choose.
Pete!
What?
My office, now.
Not that you're going to be given much of a chance.
Why?
Well, you just saw the way the lads thought of you as a trainer.
Look, only because I should have told them, not asked them. Now tell Mr. Sprake that.
No, well, I shouldn't do that. He's just had Harry yelling down the phone at him about you nobbling Billy. Manager. You couldn't manage a one-armed bandit.
Don't desert me.
Hey, why?
You won't throw a punch at me if there are witnesses. Come on. You wanted to see me, Mr. Sprake?
This partnership, Pete, it's terminated as from now.
Yes.
No, I mean it.
No, I know. That's fine.
You're taking it very well. Why?
Sorry.
Come in.
Oh, Hazel. Mr. Sprake has just given me the sack.
Oh, no, Mr. Sprake. You can't do this to me. I've just caught up on my sleep.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm delighted. Did you book that table for lunch?
Yes.
Great.
And we're late as it is.
Okay, come on. Ah, it's arrived. Lads, bring it in, lads. Wheel it in here. Thanks. Cheers.
I'm not paying for that.
No, lads, please. Leave it there. Thank you. Hazel, tip the men. Thanks, gents. All right. It was to have been my desk, Mr. Sprake, but as I shan't be here, please accept it as a parting gift from your favourite lad. I mean, Dave can always sit here while he's fiddling the petty cash.
Don't fiddle the petty cash, Mr. Sprake. He's just staring at it.
Well, about the desk, Pete, I'm speechless.
You think you're speechless now? You wait till you hear who I'm going to manage once my licence comes through.
Who?
Flyweight, bantamweight, light, heavyweight. Champions from the same stable, do you know what I mean?
But they're all signed with Johnny.
He's retiring, that's why they've agreed to come over to me.
Come over to you,
Yeah.
Pete.
Well, that's why we're meeting at the Ritz for lunch.
But what about me? I mean, I thought we were partners.
Didn't he just terminate that agreement?
Oh, you must have misunderstood him. Just like that.
Of course, I didn't mean it. Look, I'm going to throw a party at the Connaught. Everyone invited, and no expense spared.
Oh my God, he's finally flipped.
Yeah, you know, it's just to celebrate this new, wonderful partnership of ours.
Mr. Sprake, with respect, do you think I should have the last word on the subject?
Why, you?
Well, who is to have the last word then, Dave?
I am. You, Ritz, now.
Okay.
Partners, Pete.
Apologies to follow.
Apologies to follow.
Partners, Tom. What are you doing?
Well, I'm not going to be left out.
So you wanna be a boxer, wanna be the champ. There's a golden boy inside you, not a punched out tramp.
If you listen and you learn, there's an honor you can earn and defend here. When you do see the crown, you're a king, not a clown, a defender. But you might as well quit if you haven't got it. Put him in the ring, Joe, substitute a punch. Let me have a swing, Joe, then we'll go to lunch.
We'll make it quite swift.
Then he'll get the drift. Put him in the ring, Joe, chicken a la carte. Let me have a wing, Joe, tearing him apart. That chicken will crow. Let